it's Marley and welcome to another video. Today, a reaction video of the Nostalgia Critic review of Deadpool 2. Now, I haven't seen this movie yet. I was actually planning to see this movie, but you know what, whatever. Let's do this dance right now. What the? Channel Unicorn? What? A penis with a little hat on? One of the guys from Kid and Play. Dude, Rachel or Tamara, I always forget which. Leftover costumes with people inside. Written by man-children. Intro, somebody Deadpool in there with... I didn't have time to read it. Oh, come on.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. And judging by that very self-aware opening credit sequence, I can take a wild guess what we're going to review today. It looks like we're going to take a look at Deadpool 2.
Yeah, I'm Deadpool, I'm Deadpool, I'm Deadpool, I love chimichangas, I'm Deadpool.
And as you probably figured out, that means we have to put up with asshole cosplay Deadpool. That guy at every convention who thinks he's really funny because he has a Deadpool cosplay, but he's really just an annoying dick.
I'm Deadpool, I'm Deadpool. Not in a review of my movie.
Holy shit! Deadpool! Like the actual Deadpool!
That's right, as close as our budget will allow.
Oh. How close?
Decent costume, clever writing, good-looking guy underneath.
Oh, okay. You know, Honest Trailer's got Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, wow, you're right. Well, why don't you use your clout with the crossover you did with them to get Reynolds?
Well,
I mean, the Deadpool Honest Trailer got over 20 million views. The one you did with them got, wow, almost 3.
I see your point.
I mean, with a connection that close, you surely must be able to work your charm and magic.
Hey, you have no idea the connections I have!
So let's get this podcast and sketches started. I assume you want to talk about my impact on R-rated comic book movies, box office growth, and groundbreaking fourth wall humor in the same sentence?
Well, not so fast, dumb devil. You're the Lion King, everybody's Kimba the White Lion.
Hey, where did Quantum Leap come from? Isn't he supposed to be white?
Apparently I wasn't PC enough, so I got a black Morty from another dimension.
I'm the woke version.
You're as woke as his style of comedy.
Does that explain why you look like Krusty the Drunk Doc Brown?
Well, that's a different person. I think you look very stylish.
Shut it, bald AC/DC. What the hell are you doing in my review?
You think you're this big groundbreaker, and you're not. There's other R-rated comic book hits, other R-rated comedy hits, and literally hundreds of fourth wall breakers before you. You're the Kanye West of gimmicks pretending not to be gimmicks.
Ooh, a Kanye joke. It's about time someone was brave enough to make fun of him.
I don't know, Rick. I don't think we should piss this guy off.
Don't worry, Black Morty. He's just upset because the Mask comic nailed this shtick light years before he did.
I'm not afraid of him. I'm afraid of his fan base. You've seen
I
what
don't need my food.
insanity they can be.
I am Unicorn Julio. I need TP for my bug hole.
Because of the clothes. Bald AC/DC, I get it now.
We can agree that every fan base has a small percent of crazies. I think you know this more than most.
Oh, God.
No idea what you mean.
Hey fans, did you know that Rick really likes the honey mustard sauce at Burger King? Every
I don't even know what it
American
tastes
ambushed
like.
by the pimply corpses of human dignity.
You miserable merc. No fast food establishment should ever have to go through that kind of anarchy. Twice.
I'm just saying that for a scientist, you should know that a small percent, even if it's a big small percent, is still not the majority.
To be fair, you have to have a high IQ to understand.
How are you still alive?
Okay, you're right. Every fan base has a few bad apples, and it's not the majority. But that doesn't mean you're still not a one-trick unicorn. I mean, what the hell are you even supposed to be? Slenderman interviewing to be the Kool-Aid guy?
Actually, why are you doing a review on him, Critic?
I admit, that's a good question. People have clearly moved on to complaining about Solo.
Well,
Whoa.
maybe because Deadpool is such an interesting phenomenon. It's true, there have been successful films that have done what Deadpool has done, but something about the way Deadpool is presented makes it strangely unique. Based on the comic book character created in 1991, Deadpool got a following as one of the few Marvel comic book characters to be aware he's a Marvel comic book character. He was foul-mouthed, violent, funny as hell, and constantly broke the fourth wall. But again, we've seen characters like this before, so what makes him not only such a long-lasting hit, but worthy of such a dedicated following? What is he doing with his fourth wall breaking that sets him apart from other fourth wall breakers? Gee, I don't know. Could it be marketing the persona of an anti-hero who acts like a kindergartner but with a team of underpaid writers that successfully convinced us they wouldn't want to punch him in the face?
Hypocrite says blow me?
Blow me. It's too drunk for that one. Let's take a look at what makes Deadpool so unique. He's not! This is Deadpool 2. It opens with Deadpool as an assassin for hire who...
Oh, really blowing the budget on this one, aren't you?
What? It's a decent-looking city.
Yeah, I'm clearly on top of a building. All one of 3 dimensions are clearly being explored here.
Look, buddy.
I wonder how far this ball can go. What do you think? 4, 5 rooftops I can bounce it off of? force field impenetrable to bad
You have to make your movies. We have 2 weeks.
Why couldn't I be in a Freddie Wong video?
Just start killing people.
Compliance.
He takes out bad guys all over the world, mostly for trailer fodder, but hey, you got us out this picture. He comes home to his girlfriend Vanessa from the last movie.
Okay, this can't be what we're going with.
You will take your shitty makeup like a man.
You sound like a toddlers and tiara parent.
Act!
Happy anniversary, baby.
That is literally my surprise.
You mean?
Yes, I want to be preggers.
Great.
Yeah, everything's going so good and we're so happy and we can think of baby names. I'm gonna die.
What?
I am totally gonna die. No girlfriend is this happy in the beginning of a movie without dying.
First of all, leave the fourth wall breaking to me, because only I seem to be able to do that.
Okay.
Second, that's like the oldest trope in the book. You really think that writer's this talented? You're already shot, aren't you?
Bop.
No!
Who's responsible for this?
It was me! Typical Middle Eastern European American gangster Joe.
You killed my only love. Now I'm going to destroy you in the most horrific way possible.
And what are you going to do, comrade Pizza Face?
Oh.
Fair, I probably could have put more thought into that.
The credits roll as they emphasize what a big deal it is that they killed off Deadpool's one and only true love from the last film.
Wait,
Am
what?
I a dumbass, or has that been done a lot?
Yes.
To which question?
Yes.
What are you talking about? We killed off the romantic lead. That's a big-ass deal.
Maybe 30 years ago, but especially for a comic book character, that's not particularly uncommon. You should replace those hand job credits you're giving yourself with all the other movie sequels that did the exact same thing.
You know what? We didn't want to Home Alone 2 this, so we went with a different kind of story.
I don't know. The idea of Deadpool being a dad kind of sounds interesting.
Your inability to comprehend this key demographic astounds me, Morty. Deadpool 2! The days of acting like a basement dweller whose contrived environment rewarded him with ninja moves and getting laid are gone! Now the hot chick is pregnant, he's raising a baby, and he has to learn the responsibilities of being an adult. Pre-orders through the roof, baby! You know, you seem to think these movies are only made for angry, awkward, overweight 14-year-old boys, and I give it more credit than that.
Yeah, give art a chance, Rick. Critic, tell us what happens next.
So Deadpool befriends an angry, awkward, overweight 14-year-old boy, and...
Really? You had to phrase it that way?
Oh, just get on with it!
I mean, how specific was that?
Come on! The boy's name is Russell, and he's a mutant at a hospital where they mistreat kids.
They did terrible things to me in there, things that literally scarred me for life.
Note, we are aware this accent is terrible. Tamara's only exposure to New Zealand was an interview she saw with Peter Jackson about the Hobbit movies. We are sincerely sorry to all of New Zealand for this outrage, both the accent and the Hobbit movies.
I understand, kid. They took something away from you. They hurt you, and you want to hurt them back. I get it. Because you were amazing in The Hunt for the Wilder People, and both you and Sam Neill deserve an Oscar.
Actually, that does
Oh
bring
my
up a good point. No, I mean the tone these movies create. The fourth wall jokes are funny, but do they get in the way of the heavier scenes? I like that these films try to have actual substance to them and work in dramatic elements, but isn't it a little jarring to be winking to the camera when in the following scene you're talking about child abuse? Does it work to follow the corpses of family members with jokes about how many X-Men were paid to be in the film?
Oh, I'm sorry. Have you ever seen a Marvel movie? Like, any of them?
Yeah, it's basically a bunch of dramatic moments followed by jokes.
Hey, what do we say? I'm the only fourth wall breaker, remember?
Yeah, why is that?
So you can want to be me when you sneak into these films.
Is that manipulative or genius?
Yes.
To which one?
Yes.
But isn't the fourth wall humor so drastically different from this kind of drama that something this big isn't gonna fit?
I heard it too. Look, Walter White, do you laugh when we tell the jokes?
Yeah,
Do you feel emotion at the emotional moments?
I guess.
It's because we give them time to slowly ease them in.
Tell me that was
Totally intentional. That's why I can go into shooting people that hurt him like this.
Ooh, can I shoot that?
Depending on this state's gun laws, probably.
But this spells bad news for our wacky fourth wall breaking superhero dressed in red.
I'm in the film now!
What the hell is this?
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I used my portal gun to bring in other self-aware characters to emphasize how original you are. You
Oh.
break it beyond!
Is it too late to review Show Dogs?
Hey, you talking to the camera? I like doing that too. Today we'd like to talk about the adventures of Handman! Yay, Handman!
Okay, there's only room for one Jedi Master of obscure non sequiturs. This review clearly has no budget, so we'll just cast you as Colossus.
Can I teach the kids Russian?
With the current president, that's a good idea.
Well, what do I do now?
Well, you knocked me and the kid out for killing those people.
Can Handman do it?
I'm already sick of you. I'm just skipping ahead.
Right the hell out of nowhere, a character from a dystopian future sees his Kentucky Fried family and journeys back in time because Russell is the one who kills them. Now in the movie, this is just Roland playing Cable, but truth be told, we don't have anyone quite as awesome as that, so we went for the next best thing.
Devil boner.
Cable boner.
Oh, okay.
I take it I have to watch the show to know who this is.
He's a reoccurring character, yeah. I have to stop that boy from performing the terrible crime of child murder.
How?
By performing child murder.
Really?
Can't we take off our collars that block our powers?
No, like they said earlier, only a grenade can take them off. Or just hitting the ground really hard. Look, Lobo, if we're gonna make you marketable to future franchises, we gotta tone down the kid killing.
My only concern is if Disney buys Fox, what are they gonna do when Cable fights Thanos? Now that's not true. Disney's merger wouldn't necessarily affect Fox's cinematic releases.
Enough of the fourth wall breaking, Dr. Bunsen!
Suck my dick.
Let's blow. I thought you'd like that one. Okay. I need a minute to catch my breath here. So go to hell if you have ad blocker, because you're cutting my time in half.
And now a commercial while I get into some yum yums. Of course there's no commercial, so let's go back.
So Deadpool decides to recruit a team with his best friend, played by T.J. Miller,
Yeah, I would have made that joke too.
through a lineup of wacky characters.
Alan, hey, audience, don't you wish real life was like this?
Hey, what did I say? Only I talk to the viewer.
Oh, hey everybody, was I the street merchant in the opening or not?
Is nobody hearing me?
This is the most embarrassing day of my life.
Oh,
What about Dr. Katz?
Kermit the Frog.
Upstage by a sock.
Oh, come on, that's Kermit the Frog, man.
He's a goddamn sock. Watch. Oh,
Rick, gimmicky hack he is.
you little pop culture spewing pimp.
Hey, at least I mocked the convention of lame catchphrases. Wubba lubba love boat, whatever.
Hey, how many Pickle Rick shirts did you sell today?
I was petty and beneath you.
Excuse me,
Oh, great. And what show are you from?
Atlanta, but what does that matter?
Do they look at the camera in Atlanta?
They're not supposed to.
Great! Tell me about yourself.
I'm Domino, and my superpower is I'm always lucky.
Yeah, I saw that episode of DuckTales 2. It's not a power.
It sure is. I'm in Geostorm, and yet I have a role in Deadpool too.
You're hired.
He calls his team X-Force, but it looks like he should have called them the Expendables because they all die before even starting their first mission.
It looks like it's just you and me, Kermit.
Yay! Domino also survived using her luck, and they head off to save Russell in an exciting car chase.
Wait a minute. A car chase?
Yeah?
With this review's budget, you're gonna do a car chase?
Well, attempt to.
Screw it. If we're gonna do a car chase with no money, we're gonna do it my way.
Well, what the hell's your way?
Whoop-de-doo! It's Hot Wheels, everybody!
Me, we all know it's coming.
Okay.
Get off this 306. Sad thing is, our original car chase was even lamer. They go to save Russell, but he's turned more angry than ever, especially having teamed up with one of his cellmates.
Yeah, I'm a juggernaut, bitch. You gonna harm me? There's no one I can't kill, Deadpool.
What?
Seriously, we're gonna go with that one.
He didn't reference it in the movie, and... Come on!
First of all, it's 10 goddamn years old.
Well, classic never dies, no matter how dumb it is.
Second, I'm really trying to distance myself from X-Men 3.
X-Men 3 or X-Men Origins?
Yes.
Which one?
Yes.
Well, this is my movie, but it's the version I want, so hop to it!
Russell! I'm sorry more people don't know about the Wilder people, but if you could just not kill Cable's family in the future, he won't have to kill you.
Actually, that sounds reasonable.
Right? We should have done that before.
Hell no, I'm gonna be the little sister to his big daddy.
That sounded bad, right?
Very bad.
And I'm gonna kill the scientists that torture me, starting my reign of terror. Juggernaut, maim him to death!
Oh, I've suffered enough from that, thank you very much.
So Cable decides to join the team to see if they can talk Russell out of his evil ways.
In Soviet Russia, fourth wall breaks you.
Knock it off, Don Cheadle's Captain Planet. What the hell
Oh,
are you doing here? You only have 2 lines.
The girlfriend's dead and my New Zealand accent sucks. I'm taking what I can get.
Fair enough. Let's make up for the shitty Dark Phoenix movie we know we're gonna get.
X-Force kills the shit out of the scientists that torture the young mutants right before teaching a young mutant that it's wrong to kill the scientists.
Russell, I know you think revenge will make you feel better, especially because I've gotten revenge on like 1 million people, and by God, it felt great.
What is the moral of this movie again?
No idea.
But killing him won't fix anything. It'll just turn you into a supervillain. A supervillain with the name Russell. And that's just uncomfortably weird.
Let's talk him or shooting.
No! I have a collar on, so I'll die for him.
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen. Yeah. Kill the franchise. Yeah, sure.
My God, you sacrificed yourself for me.
That's right. And now I'm finally going to die, ending my misery. I totally am. I even said in the beginning I was going to die. We're following through.
Yeah, if only comic book movies had loopholes.
Yeah, this is really the end.
Hey, you want your family back or what?
Boo-hoo, wah-wah. Sad.
I'll miss you too.
No! From this day forward, I will never harm another human being and hope that fate will do my dirty work for me.
Deadpool is reunited with his dad, which is kind of strange. The X-Men movies are confirming there's an afterlife.
Well, at least there's not a hell.
Yeah, if there was, it would just be the Hitman's bodyguard on a continuous loop.
But he's saved by Cable's final attempt at time travel. Yeah, I saved you. Even though you obviously wanted to die, keeping the collar on.
So I guess you stopped the suicide?
Which I guess he could just do again.
But he seems happy now.
Yeah, raising your kid that you're not really raising.
Stop trying to make sense of this.
I gave up mid-sentence.
And let's go start X-Force. You in, Cable?
Well, I did dedicate my life to saving my family.
But they seem to be okay now.
That's true, and I suppose nothing bad can happen to him in an apocalyptic future. Sure, why not? So it turns out this was family fiction. But Deadpool ends the film by stealing Cable's time-traveling device and saving Vanessa in the past.
You saved me, stopping everything from happening, including X-Force.
Did I, though? Did I?
It did.
I don't know. Did you?
Well, we'll see what hits. We are doing an X-Force movie, so we'll see who's popular and who's worth keeping.
Ah, seeing who's the Natalie Portman of the Thor films.
We're keeping our options open.
Not a bad idea. So that was Deadpool 2, and it was... with the helping of...
You know I've had it up to here, Dr. Fine.
Doesn't matter how big you are, you're still Family Guy in a Spider-Man costume.
Well, you're still Futurama with It's Always Sunny writers.
You're both right! But that doesn't make it any less good or unique. Deadpool is doing what many have done before, but it's doing it in a new and extreme way. There aren't that many mediums that blend intense dramatic moments with goofy, self-aware humor. It's usually seen as too tonally jarring. But the fact is, the fourth wall jokes make the characters even easier to like, so we care for them even more when they're going through the dramatic moments. And on the flip side, the jokes seem even funnier when they interrupt a legit emotional moment. So our reactions seem more magnified than usual. It's like a Disney character dying. It's a cartoon and it's goofy, but it still appeals to our inner child, making us connect to them in a unique way. So when something bad does happen to them, we feel it even more. Even with the movie cliches that have been done a million times, they still combine what's simple and familiar with what's complex and new. For example, did you realize there's no real villain in this movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, none of the main characters are bad guys. They're just people with disagreements. How often do you see a superhero movie like that? Do you also realize how much money went into what's essentially troll humor half the time? Those kind of jokes do not get a budget this big. These are familiar elements being combined to give us something unique. And yes, every fan base has a small percent that's too obsessive. Yeah, by the way, I miss the old colored wall.
How dare you fight the angry video game nerd in that totally real feud?
Well played. But that doesn't mean the majority of viewers aren't smart, open, funny people looking for both a good time with a bit of depth. The Deadpool movies are worthy of their attention, and the mixing of two totally different genres, both done well, makes them a very different and enjoyable new experience. We've seen these elements before, but not together in this way. And as long as they keep finding new things to add to them, my guess is these movies will be celebrated for quite a while. Oh, it's that same old middle-of-the-road bullshit you always pull, huh?
Yeah, nut up and pick a side.
Yeah, that's the one thing we can agree on. This guy is a pussy!
Yeah, Mr. Participation Award over here.
You know, you guys are funny in media, but you're assholes in real life. Yeah, don't act like it doesn't get you hard. He has the spine of a red Twizzler, and he still has more backbone than you.
Come on, let's go make some jokes to piss off some SJWs.
The Wall Street Journal? Never mind him, he's dyslexic. Does that mean I need insulin? You were a mistake, Morty. I'm the nostalgia critic, and just because a funny jerk on TV can get away with it doesn't mean you can get it. Yeah, teamwork beyond!
Yeah, dicks rule!
Jesus Christ! Not anymore. We blinked him out of existence last week. Oh, jeez.
So, my opinion on the video? Boy, I didn't even see the movie yet to witness all that happened in the review, but boy, did they really pull this off. Like, oh, I gotta tell you, they really, I gotta say, this was a really funny video, and I enjoyed it. I really did. It was worth watching. Definitely. Even if I didn't even get to see the film. Well, I think that's it for this video. See you next time on...